Hey everyone, it's me, Finblue. Taph is currently the newest release survivor in Forsaken, but is he really as good as people say he is? My answer, no. And I'll be explaining why he's the worst survivor in the entire game. Worse than two time. If you want to see more Forsaken content, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out a lot and makes me happy. Now, let's actually get into the video. Taph's main issue is that all his abilities have an easy way to counter, just hitting it. The only way I can see a counter to this is having the tripwire all near one another so the killer has to take time reaching you, which is just a weaker sentry that costs more to utilize. If you don't want to rely on that, then you have to try hidden spots, which is good and all until you realize that the killer can swing at every remotely decent spot you run past. Most of the time, his traps only work outside of chase, and this is actually useful if it's the tripwire. This being that you get to know where the killer is for a whole 8 seconds, being able to see their exact movements. That's the main thing carrying him outside of a killer just playing carelessly. Two Time, on the other hand, has nothing outside of a cheap gimmick that acts as a worse noob. Yet, this gimmick is enough to give him good enough survivability to counter him better than Taph, for specifically yourself. The only killer that can really deal with the revive efficiently is Jason, so that gives him an edge over one of Taph's main counters. Two Time also has one small thing that is somewhat notable. Almost no killer wants to kill you, since you're practically useless, giving you an arguably stronger edge in survivability, as you can prepare for LMS by looking for items / positioning yourself easier, and also having opportunities to work on generators. Hence why people tell Two Times to work on them, as they can't do anything else, giving them no value. This weirdly makes him an option for gen rushing, but similar to Taph, is outclassed by Sentinels, due to the same but weaker strength of lesser value. To touch on Taph's better and far more reliable counterpart, Builderman, we need to understand that they are both meant to delay the killer by distracting / slowing them. Builderman does this flawlessly, as his turrets have no counterplay outside of a handful of killer-specific abilities, which can be countered by where it's placed. Speaking of displacement, the sentry can be placed pretty much anywhere and will always get value no matter what the killer does to deal with it, as it will always halt the killer by either slowing them or making them destroy, force them into an infinite loop, or have them waste an ability on it. This gives a great value, as already mentioned, since the killer is forced to treat it as a threat. Then we move to Taph, whose both options of distracting the killer are simply dealt by hitting them. The same as Builderman, so what's the difference? The difference is that the sentry applies its effect before it's destroyed, while the tripwire applies its effects after being collided with. That's the issue, as all the killers has to do to not get slowed, with 1 or 2, which is another issue with Taph, is to just hit the tripwire, and it's like it was never there in the first place. As for the subspace trip mine, just literally the same thing. The main difference being that it is possible to hide efficiently where you can negate its effects in time, but that requires specific spots and specific areas from the killer to come from. You could argue that hiding the tripwire does something, but you can hit the tripwire from any part of its effective range, while the trip mine can only be hit in the center. This shows that Taph is just a weaker build man that can affect more area, but comes up short due to how he's countered. So generally, what do you take away from this? Two Time is better if you're in an uncoordinated team, while Taph is better if you're a coordinated team. But if you're one of those, just play Builderman. Is Taph terrible though? I wouldn't say so. I feel like he just does not match up to the other survivors, especially not the supports. Taph is a support character, but why play him when you can play literally any other support survivor that will help out the team much more? I already know people aren't gonna be happy with this one, but honestly, it's just the truth. If you like using Taph because you find him fun, good for you, but just know that you could be helping out the team way more. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. Also, if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe. And And also, if you want to talk to me, consider checking out our Discord. There's a link to it in the description and pinned comments. Thank you for watching, but for now, that's all, folks.